which, I have photos of both of you guys from 2011. Do you guys remember what you looked like in 2011?
Yeah, a chubby little girl.
No, you.
I don't know.
You actually haven't changed much. You've got darker skin now. That's it, and your hair's lighter. I've got.
I have.
No, honestly. Okay, I think of two photos that I have, right? One of you at my birthday in 2011. We were at Imperial. I found it by accident the other day. I was looking
Imperial's the place to be.
it is. I swear to God.
Apparently. I was there
my
last night.
birthday in 2011 was at Imperial.
Imperial.
Yeah, we started there, then went on a trek. I think we ended up at Temperance after that.
Is Imperial still happening, by the way? Is it still?
It's still there
in operation?
Yeah, but you were like that photo is like a staple of fashion in 2011.
Oh, I know the one. I was wearing a vest. Fucking oath, man.
Yeah, man.
The first and last time I will ever wear a vest.
But did you rock that vest?
Yeah, dude, he's dancing.
Was I
in the
rocking
photo.
the vest? It was kind of like a JT thing I was trying to do.
Oh, yes.
But you know what? I don't think the vests have gone. There's no more.
I still see him every now and then. I
Who
go to
rocks
like a
vests
formal
now?
function and I see usually a bogan. It's usually a bogan.
Yes.
He's rocking a vest.
They're so fucking
Do you
done.
remember it? JT was wearing them
You
like
would know.
everywhere.
You're the stylist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the vest of 2010-11.
I was going to say circa 2011.
Yeah, back.
Yeah.
Oh, so I shouldn't wear my vest to McDonald's?
That's it. They wear them. They wear them. Yeah. I've got a photo. You look more or less exactly the same, but I'll never forget this. I asked you what you were doing one night. Like, we're just texting, whatever. I said, what are you up to? And you said, you're either with your mum or your nonnas or something like that. Yeah, and you said that you were rocking this hot little number. You were getting ready for bed.
That sounds
And you
like
sent me a photo. Your hair was just like afroed the fuck out.
Yep.
Like you had no makeup on. Like you just said, you were going to bed. You had this massive afro and you were wearing this smock of a fucking nightie.
It was probably my mum's jumper.
Yeah, I don't
from
know.
Like the 1960s.
It was
Yep.
had like a big frilling neck or some shit.
Yeah. Fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion.
I've got to find it. I've actually got to find
Please
it.
do.
I've got it.
Hilarious.
I'm a fiend with photos, man. Like, I lost a lot because the hard drive died, but I actually have photos from like.
You know what
all
we're going
that
to
era.
do? You know what we're going to do? We want to post it. We're
Yeah.
going to get childhood photos of all of us.
Yeah.
We're going to put it
Okay.
up.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've never seen photos of you as a kid.
Of then and
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Never. I'm actually really
I was a
curious to
cute
see.
kid, man.
What happened?
I kind of.
No. Dude, I actually said it to Roy before. Okay, you look like, years ago, you're not really now, you did years ago, you look like John Mayer. I swear to God.
yeah.
Like 2011-12 era,
Yeah.
you looked like John Mayer.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little-
Did you use your Body's a Wonderland line?
I was just going to say, can you give us a little of your body?
Yeah, man. He would have used it for sure.
I can't stand John Mayer, man. I hated
He's
it.
a good guitarist. Come on.
He's got
No,
talent.
he's an average guitarist.
Where's he been?
He was jamming like
Hiding.
Jennifer Aniston or something.
Banging, Jessica Simpson? Or is that
Was it? No, it was Jennifer Aniston. He was jamming Jennifer
I think you
Aniston.
did all of them.
Yeah,
He's a bit of a cocksman.
Cocksmen. You brought that up. Remember, was it who was it? The actor Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah,
talking
great
about Prince.
cocksman. Yeah, no, great cocksman of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Remember?
And he's talking about Prince, and he's talking
Yeah,
about,
he brought up.
Burgess Meredith.
Yeah. Did you know that?
You got to listen to that clip. It is fucking.
It's fucking
hilarious.
gold, man.
Michael Rappaport is just great, man.
He's a genius.
Yeah, he's great.
He's,
great to listen to.
Michael Rappaport. I'm trying to think what you'd know Michael Rappaport in.
Higher Learning.
Higher Learning is the first one that comes to mind. Have you seen that?
Do a bit from somewhere, and I might.
He's
recall.
got. He's kind of like
a redheaded kind of dude.
Yeah,
He's like this white Jewish guy,
Oh,
but
I'll show you a
he's
picture.
real hip hop.
Yeah.
He talks like this.
He's from New York.
Yeah, he's from New York.
I'll show you a
Yes,
picture of him.
I know. He does. Does he do bits on Bravo for the Real Housewives?
Maybe.
Yes, he does.
That dude. Yeah, he's
Yep,
fucking awesome.
Yep. He's funny.
I fucking love that guy.
Best
Yeah.
thing he's
Yeah.
ever done, honestly, man. Like, dude, I've seen him in like a lot of shit, but the funniest thing he's ever done was in Chappelle again.
Oh, yeah.
They were doing a bit
Watch that.
about. It was like those training videos when you start a job and they show you the standard stock training montage, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's showing them one of them, and Chappelle's like, oh, here are some things you can say to fellow employees to get you out of dealing with a customer. Like it creates an awkward situation for the customer to fuck
I
off.
remember this.
And it goes to Rappaport and is like, but you know what I'm saying, right? You can totally see what I'm saying. I mean, because I go to Rikers 3 or 5 just to prove a point. I don't play that shit. That's what he says. Like, he'd go to prison over like a bullshit argument.
I think he just released a book.
Yeah.
It's called This Book Has Balls or something like that.
Yeah.
It's about basketball and shit.
His whole thing was about great cocksmen of the 21st century. A cocksman,
hilarious.
A cocksman is a
Stickman.
guy that just
A stickman.
A stickman.
Yeah.
Got a lot of women. And
Okay.
The first one on his list was Burgess Meredith, who
No,
played.
he starts talking. They start tributing Prince, and then they go because they go, because when he passed away, whatever, and they go, but we have to. I don't want to do it because
Yeah, no, don't do it. Just say it.
yeah, but it's good. And he
What, do you
starts,
think you're an actor or some shit? Get over it, man.
But yeah, they talk about his cocksman abilities.
Yeah.
And then he starts listing a bunch of other people like Matt Dillon and who else did he mention?
Matt Dillon. Was he a cocksman?
Apparently, yeah. No, you got to.
Is this like based on fact?
No, it's tongue in cheek. It's funny,
right. Yeah.
but it's a good clip.
Okay.
It's a good
We actually did a list of cocksmen.
Yeah, we did, and that was the episode that got lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in, like,
because do you know why? Because
as in guys that have slept like with with the top of the list.
Yeah, I still remember it.
Who do you reckon?
What the most women?
Do you know what I remember?
Person of power.
Will Chamberlain.
No, well, dude, I said off the top of the list, I listed like 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain,
Gene Simmons.
the basketballer Manute Bol,
Warren
Beatty.
Yeah, Warren Beatty.
Yeah, he's late, man.
And fuck, there was another one. But
Gene
the one
Simmons, man.
Yeah, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
And
You would have never guessed
the
it,
one.
man.
The one at the top of the list, I didn't fucking come anywhere near it.
Fucking Fidel Castro, man.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Dude, he used to sleep with like 3 to 6 women a day.
Yeah.
Between meals. Between meals, man, and between his cigars.
But he was the head of
Exhausting.
exhausting. Yeah.
How can you do that?
But it makes
Broke a sweat saying that, man.
Fidel Castro, man.
Yeah.
I'll get the number up. I want to say it's
he
well
was a
over.
fucking
Like,
communist dictator, man. What do you expect? It's like line him up.
Line him up, man.
That's what he wants, and that's what he got.
Dude, could you? Where the fuck? Like, the only way you could have sex with 3 to 6 women a day, or like men or whatever, would be literally if you were a communist dictator and you just sat around. Like, there's no dude. Hugh Hefner. Oh, Hugh Hefner was on that list.
Yeah.
as
Elvis?
well.
What about Elvis?
Yeah, Elvis. I don't know.
Elvis loved his pills, man.
And cheeseburgers.
So it says
Yeah, we couldn't get it up.
But you know
that's
what? It's not about quantity; it's about quality.
That's why you pay $10 million for a virgin. That wouldn't make
So
quality.
hang on. Good segue. So, sex with love or sex without?
Of course,
Two different things.
The female
Correct,
on the
but
table.
it's like
has introduced
I know. Hang on,
Yeah.
but it's
Do you
like
see?
this is too
Do
many
you
boys.
see what
all
I'm
right?
talking
I'm
about?
going to turn the lights down.
Okay.
I'm going to turn the lights down.
Here to balance it out. Very good. Okay, no, all right.
Wait, no, but it's the same concept as everyone likes fine dining, right? Or that
don't.
kind of food.
I don't.
All right,
I want cheeseburgers.
All right.
I had a burger last night.
Okay, but no
You
junk to
dandy
meals.
me. I went to
Constantly. Like you like a wood-fired pizza as opposed to Domino's, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No. Oh my god.
Yeah, come on.
Sometimes he wants
Just
the
agree.
shitty
I hate
pineapple.
Exactly.
Too Italian.
But
Gourmet pizza is bullshit.
That's
man,
my
Mario's,
point.
mate.
That's
Down
my
the
point. Is that, sometimes sex with
Mario.
love is good, but sometimes you just want sex. Yes?
Agreed.
Why did I bring you on this? Seriously?
I got a mate of mine. Shout out to Mikey Vice. Who
Hey, Mikey.
I've heard about this guy.
I think we should get him on the podcast soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said something quite profound. Actually, he said, "When sex, romance, and love line up, it's fucking dynamite."
Correct. I
Sex,
have to agree.
romance,
So when
and love.
when like as in
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like when sex, like lust, whatever you want.
All
to
of it, just in
all
one,
of it,
and
when
just
it all lines
explodes.
up, it's fucking that's what you want. That's the pinnacle. You know?
But but
Yeah.
you can't get that on a consistent basis, whether you're with a partner
No.
or not.
No, that's
so
true.
that's not how it
Is he
works.
a little John Mayer-esque?
No, he's not. He's more kind of. Fuck, what is he?
Undertaker.
He's more kind of. He's gonna like this.
Guess what
He's more kind of Tom Hardy, like
Oh, yeah, hard
Mickey
man,
Rourke
like a hard
kinda.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, do you know what this brings up, man?
Well, his name like Mickey Vice.
Yeah,
That's a sick name.
Michael Vice.
Michael
yeah.
Vice.
Yeah, that's my,
I had
that's my
this
boy.
conversation the other day with
Shout out.
someone, and they were talking about we were talking stories. I can't remember what it was, and I said something about the perception of what love and romance is. I can't remember how we were talking about it, but then I said the perception of fucking love and what. Oh, we'll talk about celebrity crushes. Yeah. And I said, I don't have a celebrity crush. Like, I don't. I can't think of anyone. I go, some of the hottest women I've ever seen were, like, cleaning banks in Turkey. Like, in Izmir. Like,
Dude, cleaning the hostel in New York.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude, God.
Dude,
I said to Tim, he actually said to me,
That's a fucking mad quote, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Some of the
That's
hottest
That's amazing.
women I've seen were cleaning banks in Turkey.
I'm serious.
It's fucking great,
dude. Oh.
Yeah. Case in point.
Dude.
We got to the hostel in
New York.
Amsterdam on
Oh, yeah.
89th.
Oh,
89th
my
in Amsterdam. We'd been in New
course.
York for
And-
about 20 minutes.
I'm not a sleaze or nothing like that, right?
You know what?
God
believe
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no shit. And then
Dude, she was a Dominican cleaning the fucking hostel.
She didn't even know English. We're like, hello. She's like,
we got to the rooms.
that
We got
just
to the
added
rooms.
to it.
We had the bags. We went to get in our rooms, and she walked out of the room, just gave us a smile, and I just looked at him. I went, "This is fucked."
We both dropped our bags. Like,
And your
it's
jaws.
over. It's over.
But can I just say, I mean, she was obviously an immigrant, but like, no, you said she had a Dominican. She didn't speak.
Yeah, they were all Dominicans in that hostel.
Yeah, but like everyone, all the servers in New York, they're all either actresses or models or, do you know what I mean? They're all,
But this chick was just a cleaner. She was gorgeous. And we were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what are you doing cleaning?
But
what are you doing cleaning?
Yeah.
She may have had
I'll
a
tell you
part-time
exactly. Hang on, I'm going to find this because
Yeah.
I remember texting it to someone
with her mum.
out. Wait a second.
was
Wait.
there
Yeah.
she's flirting with her mum.
Yeah, I remember that because we were like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
What a trip for you guys.
Oh, dude,
that trip was the best, man. Seriously,
Does she have a fat ass, Biff?
she's Dominican, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Someone keeps asking me what.
The first thing I said to him was, I go, hey, rip up my passport, man. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going nowhere. And I came back and got
Dude, it was a year ago. It was a year ago when I was on that African wedding. I was on that bridal party.
Oh, yeah.
And we went out. Oh, here we go. I found what I was saying about the hottest women. I'll come back to it. I was part of this African wedding a year ago, right? And it was mostly Liberians and
Liberians?
Yeah.
Did they play Liberian Girl?
Is that what you take from African culture, dude? Michael Jackson singing Liberian Girl?
Great song.
The great fucking song. It's a great song. The harmonies, the overdubs he does in that are amazing.
Do you remember it?
It's so good, man.
He's really good.
It's a great song.
Dude, no. It was mostly
They put Liberia on the map, by the way, in the 80s.
What?
No
That
one knew Liberia before that.
No one knows what Liberia is now. Do you know Liberia was a nation built by ex-US slaves? No shit. Their official language is American. English. Yeah. Actually a nation built by ex-slaves that got sent back to Africa and they started their own country.
Dum, dum, dring.
Yeah, that thing is the most famous part of the fucking song.
This is for Alex.
Yeah, a YouTube ad.
Is this Liberian? This first bit?
Oh, I thought you said
Oh,
Siberian.
the language.
Siberian girl.
I remember the vinyl.
Pens away.
Yeah, I used to have the headphones on and it'd echo in my ears. When
It looks so serious in the film clip.
I've never seen it.
No, this is not the film clip.
Isn't
No,
it?
it's not. Nah.
Oh, it's just a fan.
Nah, the film clip has all the celebrities in it. And they're all making a movie.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
They're like, where's Michael? Where's Michael? And then he comes
Yeah.
Murphy.
Nah, no,
no.
that's Remember the Time.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
no.
someone's made this. This is, yeah.
How we fell in love.
What was the sample? Didn't Tupac sample this?
Tupac sampled it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. On To My Unborn Charge.
It's the best.
Oh. It's a straight rip. Girl.
So good.
Loves it. He loves it.
Change my
Here we go. Now we've started.
I love it.
Silky vocals.
I could listen to this forever.
It feels like Kenny G should come in with the saxophone.
Yeah, man. Hey, Kenny's the king, man.
Kenny.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna rewind.
Look at that hairstyle. That hair.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that's the picture I sent you, yeah? Yeah.
I swear.
It's called
It-
character.
Mate, it doesn't get better than that. Kenny G breathless.
I know.
And he's holding the sax.
Yeah.
What a sick
You're
cunt.
gonna do some
That
damage with that
phallic
sax.
He's
The
on a
ladies.
date with some bird, doesn't know who he is. So who are you? Just pulls out the sax and starts at the table, man.
You know what this is? This could be like a dating thing where you've got Kenny G, you got Van Damme, you just need another one. You got Putin.
Yeah, man, that's it. What more do you want?
Three contestants.
Yeah, man. You got the military dude, the authoritarian that
Yeah,
would
man.
spend 10 million for a virginity.
The smooth
The
fucking
guy that makes you take your clothes off, and the guy that just protects you.
that guy that kicks your clothes off.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, man.
Saw doll.
All right, hang on. One thing at a time. The Liberian girl, for fuck's sakes.
Shout out to Simo's Deli as well. For the stamps.
Shout out to Simo's Deli, 6 cold pipes.
I'm gonna get a free coffee in about 3.
offered me that card ever.
Do you think these Gregs have an Instagram?
Dude, you know what? Let me look up Simo's Deli, man. I swear. It'll be up there.
Come on, man. Seriously.
Speaking of Simo's, we need to get Simo on as well.
Yeah, I've mentioned him to them and them to him. But that's what shits me, dude. I was the first customer there. The first time I ever went was 2005, and I went to school just down the road. And I'd been going. And when we came back here because of the podcast, she recognised me. She's like, "Your face looks familiar." I'm like, "Yeah." In Greek, I'm like, "Yeah." I used to go to school. I'm back. Blah blah blah.
It's got a Facebook.
Oh, there you go.
Go.
All right?
Yes.
That's it. You think I've ever been offered that fucking card? Or they just register in the back of their head, this motherfucker spends $20 here every single week for the last, year and a half.
You've got to have the twinkle in the eye.
Fuck the twinkle, man. I'm going to rob that joint and see what happens. I'll walk away with a handful of those fucking things. All right, hang on. Go back.
Liberian girl.
For that wedding, that African wedding, the groom asked me to help him coordinate his bucks. Us idiots, we did his bucks the night before the wedding. Yeah. I dropped him off.
Terrible idea.
Africans, man. I go, what are you, nuts? I go, when are you going to sleep? He goes, what for? He goes, we don't need sleep. He goes, we'll be gone all night. I go, dude, you got the biggest day of your life coming up on Saturday. And African weddings...
Where were they from? Whereabouts?
Liberia.
No, as in Melbourne. Where did they...
they were immigrants, as in, they're both Liberian born. They lived out in, what was it? Because they had kids, they had kids and shit. They'd been together for years, but they just never actually gotten married, properly. Hampton Park, Cranny, Cranny North, Clyde, out that way. Yeah. But, dude, it's actually fucked. I dropped him off at his partner's, maid of honour or something. I dropped him off at their house. I dropped him off. I go in. The place was getting turned up, man. There were cunts everywhere dancing, drinking. It was fucked. It was 4 a.m, man. 5. I got literally 2 hours sleep that night. I just looked at him and go, dude, get some sleep. I'll come and pick you up in the morning to take you back to your house. Legit. It was fucked. But we were on the bar, in a maxi, and I had it was me, who else was there? The rookie was there, this other guy, Leipzig, right? The 3 white guys in a bus full of Africans, just fucking drinking. We were juiced up. Everyone was just pumped, man. And we've got in the maxi outside my joint. We started heading into the city. And then they were talking about the strip, because we're going to the strip, the Rippers. And they started talking about the birds and all this sort of shit. They're just telling their stories or whatever. And the groom turned around to his boys, because they said something to me. He's like, hey, man, don't worry, this guy no booty, man. He no booty. And then they had one of his mates was this really loud dude who was a singer, apparently, a singer rapper. He was actually an esteemed member of the community. I had no idea. I just thought okay, it's a
Liberian community.
Yeah, it was this big black dude with bleach blonde hair. He looked like Cisco, but a tanky version of Cisco, right? Massive. And everyone went quiet. He's like, yo, man, where are the hottest women with the best asses? And everyone just went quiet. I thought, fuck, I better turn it up here. And I said to him, Greece, Turkey, Poland, Tanzania, and Dominican Republic. Everyone just went, ah! Everyone lost their shit. Because West Africans are renowned for their fucking asses, man. Legit. So I know what I'm talking about. As I know minutes ago.
Your nickname is Arsman.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. I tried to get that as a license plate. You know that, yeah?
Yeah. What happened with that?
What happened with that? Dude, I can figure a way to spell it with A5SMAN. Vic Roads got back to me. They initially confirmed it and said, yeah, it's fine. Take my 550. And then they got back to me a month later and said it's been rejected based on the fact that it may offend people. And I wrote back saying, what are you, out of your mind? I said I was part Assyrian. Okay, that was my nickname. It's as in Assyrian. Oh, and right. Secondly, and then they rejected that. So then I wrote again and said, I'm willing to come in and fucking debate this. I see offensive license plates in foreign languages all the fucking time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see Greek, Italian, Arabic. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't see those taken off the road. This is just a nickname.
Maybe you could call it cocksmen.
Yeah. K-O-S-M-N. No, but yeah, and they said, they literally sent me a cease and desist letter. They literally sent me a cease and desist, say, yeah, look, we appreciate that, blah, blah, blah. We have exercise due diligence in order to, eliminate these sort of offensive.
They don't. Or maybe they saw the Seinfeld episode and they.
Yeah, and said, but this is, Vic Roads will no longer be responding to this matter. I literally got one of those letters.
Got blacklisted from Vic Roads.
Because of the Arsman plate. What was I going to say to you? This was what I was trying to bring. The fucking. Okay, hang on. Going back to that thing about beauty and fucking what you said about romance. What was it? Romance, love, and
sex, romance, and love.
Yeah, it has to line up. I said to this mate, there's a difference between who we glamorise in media and what we're attracted to, right? There's a big difference because you might glamorise something in media. You might say, he's hot, she's hot, whatever.
Can you repeat that?
I said there's a difference between who we glamorise in media and what we're attracted to. And we're all different.
Right.
Are you saying one you're almost, society has deemed attractive, therefore it's infiltrated your mind somehow?
Yeah. And then
to what we're actually attracted to.
And then in regards to who we'd sleep with, who we'd marry, or set up a relationship with, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, there are guys who think a decent car and a credit card will get them laid. Right? They think that's enough to make them attractive to the opposite sex.
For certain,
Yeah, and then there are certain women who will blow a guy just because he has a decent car and a credit card. But then there are women that would marry a guy even if he's got absolutely nothing. Does that make sense?
Case in point.
This guy. Literally.
Good luck to her.
Good luck, dickhead. Sucker. Here you go, brother. I mean, sucker. No, that's it. But there's that fucking key difference, man. And we all play out like the bullshit, you know, I'd never marry for money, or fucking, no, this is what I'm attracted to. But I know fucking heaps of women that have literally gone on dates with dudes. Dude, someone we know, fucking, what's her name? Man. Yeah, our mate.
Which?
There.
Oh.
Yeah. She'd said to me, we're having drinks or a party or something years ago. And
actually, yes, I can see that.
I go, what are you doing tonight? And she's like, I'm going out with this guy. I'm like, yeah, who? Oh, some Arab dude. Oh, he's fucking annoying, like this and that. I'm like, then why are you wasting fucking time on thing? Because I said he'd take me to some joint in the city, in Crown.
Oh,
some fucking Nobu joint, you know what I mean? I'm like, are you serious? She goes, yeah, I know it sounds shallow, but I don't care. I'm like...
Oh, at least she admits it.
Yeah, she admitted it.
She's honest about it.
She's honest. She's brutal. She's actually very honest.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not throwing her
You can
under the
respect
bus.
that.
Yeah. But, dude, I'd never fucking do that. You know what I mean?
But then, what's the equivalent for a man?
It could be a woman.
You know what I mean? Money
It could be a woman.
Older woman with money.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be older. Just a woman with money.
Well, most likely older.
No, not necessarily. It could be fucking just...
No, I think...
Yeah, but a younger woman with money probably wouldn't go for your broke ass.
No.
I think for a man, it's got more to do with looks.
Yeah, okay.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
dude, I know a lot of guys that act like kept men because they're with like a sugar mama.
What?
What do you mean, looks as in like in the guy's behalf? Or
like if we want to generalise it, these are generalisations, right? But if we're saying that there are certain women out there that, you know, go for the meal ticket, right?
I love that word.
Money.
I love it. Meal ticket's the best.
For a lot of dudes, it's about you know how hot the pussy is and sex on tap. The fact that they can get it when they want to get it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but then I agree. And then you're opening up a whole different can of worms.
A lot of the time, it's an exchange.
Right.
It's an understanding of whatever the conditions are.
It's almost like a transaction between those two things.
Yeah, but it's like dudes that will go to work and work some shit job as long as they can, and not expect anything else other than get blown and dinner on the table. Like that's enough. Do whatever you want.
That's enough for them.
Yeah,
that's fucked.
Or women that think they can blow a dude as long as he hands over like $200 every week.
But see, how far can that get you?
No, get you far. Look at Melania
Trump.
Trump.
Can lose her looks.
She's the first lady of the United States.
Exactly.
Yeah. Melania Trump.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Trump,
those
Blue
things,
Trump and now she's the first lady.
Yeah.
Those things do fade. You know, both. You know, you can lose money, or you can. You know, your looks fade. So, it's interesting.
No, but that's society, man.
We'll leave it there.
Is that what we're leaving?
No.
No. I'm just saying, it's all transactions.
Yeah.
Everything. Do you know what you said to me once?
Priorities and different stages of life.
Hang
because
on.
it always changes.
I'll take you back to the coffees that we used to have at the Glen. I still remember something you said. I don't know if you want to be quoted on this. You can
quote unquote.
I'll give you.
What did I say?
I'll give you a get out of free jail card.
Be
now.
liable for something.
Yeah.
No. I'll give you a free. I'll give you a get out of jail free card, and I'll give you the opportunity to redact.
Hard or go home, man.
I'll give you the opportunity to redact your quote because I've got this fucking written down.
All right, go ahead. Come on.
Spit it out.
You said,
Tell the listeners.
and I quote, "Prostitutes are the most honest women in the world." It's true.
I did say that.
Yeah, but hey, you got a point.
Watch him on today tonight retracting this statement. I'm
not retracting. I'm not retracting anything.
I can actually understand it.
I mean, you know, at the time, and I don't know if I'd say that now, but I would. No, but okay. Let's take.
I can understand the reaning of what you were thinking at the time.
Because, hey, dude, I like that quote enough to put it up on my fucking facey list of quotes. Okay,
I've got
that little.
Can I just say that was
the name of our podcast today?
Yeah,
that was a time. That was a time when I was quite upset with the opposite sex.
Okay.
And I may have said some things that, you know, a bit, you know.
I still think it was a great quote.
Prickly, but
But I can understand that.
There is truth. There is truth, right? There is truth to that.
These people have nothing to hide, so it makes them a little more...
They know what they're giving, and the John knows what they're getting.
Yeah.
Because there's strength in that vulnerability that they have.
It's an exchange.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Here's $200. You can do what you want for half an hour, and then you go home.
But can I just say, yes, there's that. But also...
Dude, I'm really sorry if you lose a job because of me. Like,
it's all right. No one's going to hear this. No,
I'll tell you what. I'll leave the option to download this episode off. So should it come up,
right.
I'll take it down.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was there's always that, yes, you're giving them money, and yes, they get to be vulnerable and say whatever they want. But that's not why the why. It's a form of connection, I think. Like, the more honest and open you are, and someone can just love you for it, respect you for it, or give you that sort of openness back, it's a form of connection. So you do the deed.
Well, it's the oldest profession. It's the oldest profession in the world.
More genuine.
It is, man.
Oldest profession in the world.
Yeah. I can understand it.
Giving it up for some cash.
No, I mean, it's something that you could do a whole podcast on.
Yeah.
It really opens up a can of worms.
Well, you want to talk about selling what's it called? Selling your soul? Selling your ass? There was the Cuba Gooding Jr. argument. Yeah, dude, last week when we were talking about Cuba Gooding Jr., I went home and the next thing you see on the news on clickbait.com was why Cuba Gooding Jr.'s career failed. You looked at his Instagram
was really
account.
interesting. I read that article.
Yeah, you look at his Instagram account and there's fucking, out of the dozen photos, half of them were Optus ads.
Yeah.
An Oscar winner. Speaking of Oscars, did you see who won an Oscar on the weekend?
Sam Rockwell, baby. You love that guy.
Nah. I saw something else. I'm surprised you didn't call me up to lose it.
Who won an Oscar? Oh, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. He what?
Isn't he a basketball?
Yeah.
For what?
What did he win an Oscar for?
He produced a short animation.
Have a look at it. What?
About basketball, yeah.
Kobe Bryant won an Oscar.
He won for best animation short.
Yeah, animation short, something like that.
Was he sitting there with his goofy smile?
Yeah.
And there was I read a thing on what was it? It was on Instagram or something. I think it was Fuck Jerry, the Fuck Jerry account.
Yeah,
and it was like some Twitter that said, Johnny Depp, Kobe Bryant has more Oscars than Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt, blah 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 combined.
Yeah, there was a whole list of actors, man, like Steve Buscemi and all these greats, like all these cinema greats. Everyone just tweeted like wildfire.
Kobe Bryant won an Oscar, and it created laughter and anger.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Did you guys see the Oscars?
No, I didn't watch a single second of it.
No.
When was it?
I did.
Was it on Sunday or something?
It was on Monday. Oh, it was on Monday our time, yeah. Monday during the day.
What happened?
I was working.
Oh, it was what it was, all the usual suspects. Yeah. And they all won,
Who hosted?
Jimmy Kimmel, who
funny?
I'm not really a fan, man.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Nah. I don't find it.
I
prefer Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
Fallon gets annoying. He's fake laughing really.
Bring back Whoopi Goldberg, man.
But anyway, I was going to say...
I found the tweet you were talking about. Kobe Bryant is more Oscars than Glenn Close, Tom Cruise, Robert Downey Jr., Harrison Ford, Joaquin Phoenix, Johnny Depp, Sigourney Weaver, Ed Norton, Christopher Nolan, Annette Bening, Ed Harris, Michelle Williams, Bill Murray, and John Travolta combined. Is that... Dude, how do you feel about that, honestly?
Harrison Ford, man. That's a...
Dude, Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise, who is actually a brilliant actor. Like, he's played some shit roles. Dude, he's a good actor, man.
He is.
In the Interview with the Vampire.
Aside from his personal...
Forget his personal life.
As an actor.
Interview with the Vampire.
Dude, Days of Thunder.
The one with Collateral. Collateral with fucking Jamie Foxx.
Dude, Top Gun.
He was brilliant in Collateral, man.
A few good men. He was...
Yeah, dude, he's a good... I've said it, man. He's a fucking...
you know what? Early Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Top Gun. When he puts his shit aside and he actually...
Early Tom Cruise, and also... For me, this is, again, it's subjective, some opinions.
Yeah.
But early Tom Cruise, Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Dude, that movie killed it,
that?
No.
That's good too.
But that's what I'm saying.
He plays like the motivational guy, the Tony Robbins.
Some of these names. Some of these fucking names, man. Glenn Close, Tom Cruise, Robert Downey Jr., Harrison Ford, Joaquin Phoenix,
And Glenn Close,
Norton,
man, she is
Travolta,
amazing.
Bill Murray, dude, these names.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's
Kobe
amazing.
Bryant has an Academy Award. I was going to ask you, how does that make you feel?
It's a fucking award show at the end of the day. It doesn't mean, it does mean shit, and it means everything and it means nothing at the same time.
That's the biggest accolade you can get.
Like life.
As far as
it means, and you know who said that? Al Pacino said that.
No.
Because
Yeah.
What with his,
his coffee. This is good coffee. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
But anyway, it's
Gino.
It's true because
Duncan Gino.
I've been singing that song all week, Malaka. Duncan Gino. Sorry, go.
say hello to my chocolate.
He's such a fucked up head. All right, go. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. Burn this. Yeah, man.
Such a good cook.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because they're inherent. The thing is, you can't ignore the fact that they're political. The
Oscars, yeah.
They're political.
Yeah.
Right? There's a political element to it, all right? And we'd be lying if we didn't say that. Mm-hmm. Right? So because of that, you got to kind of take it with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean? Like, people win awards. It's like, yeah, great. You won an award or whatever. At the same time, what that means for the actor or whoever is when they get the Oscar, it's a cash cow in terms of them working in the industry, because then everyone wants to work with them. They're in high demand. Not always, but most of the time, if you're an actor, you win, an Oscar. Then
you'll get more work than not.
Yeah,
you're the hottest shit for the next how many years? So,
It's Kobe Bryant, though. He's a basketballer.
But then again,
hang on. Whatever he produced and whatever, is there talent in it?
I don't know.
Can you give the guy that?
yeah, is there talent?
Yeah.
Does he have talent?
I didn't actually get to
In
watch
what
it.
he
I just read it and
produced.
started laughing.
I want to watch it.
I wanna watch it,
and we'll get back to you next week.
Yeah, Because maybe that's what we should do before blasting the shit out of it.
Now, would I say that I would, never want to receive an Academy Award? Hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take one right now.
Yeah.
Anything.
And I will thank the Academy. So, yeah.
You know what, man?
Lifetime Achievement Award.
All right, look this way, yeah? As a stylist, you'd be able to fucking have an input on this. Mm-hmm. What do you say with, how you said the Academy Awards become political, yeah? And everyone was wearing the black dresses in regards to the Me Too movement, yeah? So many thousands of women were
that's what I'm saying.
Under the Weinstein thing.
Yeah. There is
right?
a political element.
Okay, and everyone wore black. Anyone that didn't wear black got fucking shit canned for it. Shit canned.
Yeah.
Like, you're not wearing black. It's not a funeral, man. It's the Academy Awards.
The black person didn't wear a black dress.
That could also be good publicity anyway, the
But
bad
that's what
publicity.
I'm saying. As a stylist, what do you say to that?
But what's the question?
Do they have to wear fucking black when there's the Me Too movement going on in the background?
It depends. It's just about style.
Is it the same?
When?
I don't know. It just said there was no fucking... fuck this laptop. No. Hey, Apple.
Can you do it on your phone or something? No?
No, it's
What
fine.
wasn't recorded just now?
Up until the black ribbon bullshit.
Oh, who wants to wear the ribbon?
Yeah, who wants to
that's
wear the
right.
ribbon. It doesn't matter. All right, so in regards to who wants to wear the ribbon, right, and Kobe Bryant getting fucking shit canned because he was in a rape allegation 5-6 years ago. Even though he was acquitted, he was acquitted, so he's innocent. They were still shit canning the Academy for fucking putting him up on a pedestal.
Well, that's politics.
Now, it's gotten really bad, like the whole PC movement, where now, this is a good, with Tarantino, did you hear about this? Tarantino made comments about, this is like 25 years ago, he made comments about Roman Polanski, and how he was on Howard Stern, and he was saying how what Roman Polanski did, where he was charged with raping the underage girl.
Yeah. And he got extradited.
He got extradited.
Back to America.
So he came out. He was on Howard Stern, and he was talking about how it wasn't rape because she was into it. She wanted it. It was consensual, even though she was underage and all this kind of stuff. Then they dug this out from like 25 years ago. And they
dug it out.
They dug it out, and they just threw it at him, and they're like, fucking Tarantino supports, rapists and this and that. So now, because everything is recorded, everything is logged, people are getting in strife for things that they've said or done like years and years ago, where it's already dead and buried, and they're rehashing.
It's coming back to haunt them,
and it's fucked.
It's unfortunate too. People change and evolve. New information comes to light.
Yeah.
You just. I don't know. That's politics, though.
Yeah, like a 15-year-old Alex is different to the 33-year-old Alex.
Well,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
I brought up a quote
Exactly.
from like 6 years ago that he had said, and he didn't redact it, but he explained himself.
Yeah, well, everything. Yeah.
And also, if you take something out of context, make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just funny, man. They're dragging it.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Happened 30 years ago, and half of the stuff's fucking minor.
And all the stuff, and like all the stuff with the Me Too stuff, or the Me Too movement. Look, the thing is, how many men have been accused of stuff now? Like it's insane. Like the new one every day.
Even
like,
I hashtag me too. I'm joking.
and it's not to say, and it's not to say that there aren't legitimate cases. You know what I mean? But when you've got people like, Matt Damon came out and said, can we at least make a distinction between Bill Cosby and fucking, Jeremy Piven saying, do you want to look at my dick or whatever it is, right? Can we at least make a distinction there? And then as soon as he said that, they jumped and they pounced on him, and he had to retract it. He had to apologise for what he said.
This was Bill Maher's new rule a couple months ago.
This is great. No, I've heard
it goes to 6 minutes.
It's actually spot on. I completely agree with it.
And finally, new rule in 2018, it's more important than ever that we all keep laughing.
I love Bill Maher, man.
Yeah, he's good, man.
I love him.
He's actually spot on this. Yeah.
The nothing is funny people are trying to take over the world, and we can't let them.
Yeah, fucking oath, man.
Which is why I recently posted this picture of me pulling an Al Franken on a sleeping Bob Saget.
I love Bob Saget, man. He's such a psychopath.
A joke about another joke. So I'm just saying here at the beginning of the year, if something like this is too rough for you, don't watch.
He says exactly what you said about Matt Damon, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
Now, I'm also going to admit something right here up front that may influence what I'm about to say tonight. I have a penis. And while I admit that having one does predispose a human to being aggressive and oversexed, I don't concede that it makes me automatically wrong about everything. And I say that as a true supporter of the Me Too movement. I even wore black during the Golden Globes. I was home watching TV, but still, I wore black. But I was also mourning the ability to think rationally. I'm down with Me Too. I'm not down with me-carthyism.
Yeah, man.
Something is way off when Senator Kirsten Gillibrand can go unchallenged saying, when we start having to talk about the differences between sexual harassment and sexual assault and unwanted groping, you are having the wrong conversation. Can't we just be having an additional conversation? Can we only have one thought now? I get it that Al Franken had to become roadkill on the zero-tolerance highway. A highway, it seems, only Democrats have to drive on.
I've been saying this for fucking
same.
But do liberals really want to become the distinction deniers? The people who can't tell or don't want to see a difference between assault in a van and a back rub by the water cooler? Masturbation is normal and healthy, but not in the park. Giving up on the idea that even bad things have degrees, that is as dumb as embracing the idea of alternative facts. I get it when Trump's side doesn't want to talk. He only knows 88 words. But we are supposed to be the conversation people. Justice requires weighing things. That's why Lady Justice is holding a scale and not a sawed-off shotgun. Senator Gillibrand went on to say, you need to draw a line in the sand and say none of it is okay. Yes, agreed. but we can't walk and chew gum anymore? We can't agree that groping and rape are both unacceptable, and one is worse?
Yeah, exactly.
He makes the thing about murder. Does he mention murder?
Apparently not, because when Matt Damon said there's a difference between patting someone on the butt and rape or child molestation, right? Liberal Twitter responded, no, there isn't, Jason born yesterday. You think he ate a lot of shit in The Martian.
You watch that? The Martian?
That was good. I liked it.
Minnie Driver responded by saying, you don't get to tell women that because some guy only showed them their penis, their pain isn't as great as a woman who was raped. What? This is madness. No woman in the world, if she actually had to pick, would choose rape over merely seeing a penis. So why do we all have to pretend Minnie Driver's statement is noble and Matt Damon is crazy? We are losing the thread back to thinking itself. You know, the Declaration of Independence starts with the words, we hold these truths to be self-evident. Self-evident. As in some things are such obvious, indisputable no-brainers, that we start from that point. Assuming we're all generally on the page that shit is measurably chemically different than Shinola. But it seems that now building blocks, basic building blocks of thought, like there are facts and things have degrees, are being tossed aside. Mike Pence and ISIS are both homophobic, but Mike doesn't throw gay men off the roof, so he's better.
Yeah.
This isn't that hard, people.
It just seems like common sense,
doesn't
doesn't it?
hard. I know we can do it because we do it with other stuff.
It's the truth, man. People fucking throw everything under the bus without even looking at shit anymore. It's just this blanket rule.
Well, it's just lazy thinking, isn't it?
Yeah,
and it's not calling something for what it is because people's feelings. We're afraid people's feelings are going to get hurt. You know, and we should just be able. We should still be able to say this is a This is a drink bottle. This is a wallet. Call things for what they are. You shouldn't have to get in trouble for that.
I don't know. How dare you not call that a drink bottle?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But see, what that does is it makes everybody fearful, right? To talk about the truth, to talk about the things that are right in front of our faces.
People are also sheep.
Correct, and that's what happens. Is that even in this sort of environment, we have to be courageous enough.
I hope someone doesn't write in and say, "How dare you degrade sheep?"
Fuck 'em, man. You know what, man? This is weird, right? Because you're bringing. Okay, you're in childcare, right? I'm fucking sick and tired of fuckwit parents that raise fuckwit kids, and then they start slapping spectrum fucking questionability on it. Your kid's running rampant. Your kid's a fucking terror. Oh, he's got ADD. ADHD.
Sorry, pills.
It's something to do with the school, the kids around him. It's like, dude, no, your kid's a fucking nitwit. How do you address that? No, I'm serious. How do you address it?
It's a good question.
There's a fine line because working for a childcare centre, you have to sort of abide by their rules, their philosophy.
I get
right?
that. I'm saying...
But this is why, I nanny part-time, is because I have more of an influence here with my
that's not a good thing.
Go to bed.
But really, ultimately, do you know what it comes down to? Shut up, kids. Shut up. Climb down. Do as you're told.
I'm pretty sure you don't use that language.
No, I don't. It basically comes down to conscious parenting, and the only way you're a conscious parent is if you're first and foremost conscious of yourself. So it's
okay. You just said it right there. How many people are conscious of themselves?
Yeah, correct. I always say that in schools, in early childhood, we need to implement lessons on things like love, loyalty, compassion. Keep them open-ended and have a scaffold where we teach children to critically think, to debate,
That's never going to happen.
No, it can.
No, it should.
And it should. Because then you get to 25, you go, fuck my life, I'm damaged, need therapy, you need another 20 years to, like, fix shit. By that stage, you've already had kids, and they're learning from who you are rather than what you say and do. So what will save the world, ultimately, is this. In early childhood, the way we think about awareness, first and foremost, that will change the world. Not straight away.
I love it because I've seen you, like, smashed off your head in clubs. And you give me this consciousness and self-awareness.
Yeah, because being smashed in a club does not make me any less conscious.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying
it's
nice to see this side of you. It's nice to see this side of you.
And we're talking about paradoxes and polarities. Yeah. Things exist at the same time. It doesn't make me lesser than. It actually, in fact, in my opinion, makes me more than.
But the way we're going now with these fucking extremes, because of Trump's campaign, he ran on the thing of, you know, I'm going to appeal to conservatives by, like, say, you know, if you've got a problem with,
Those labels just shit me.
Oh, no, they're fucked because you can be everything. You can be a liberal and you can be a conservative.
That's my point.
No, I agree. But, like, this is where we're headed, right? And that's what Bill Maher was saying about the whole liberal label and and, like, you know, not having degrees and variances, yeah? Trump ran on the campaign of, you know, if people have got an issue with migration for whatever reason, he's going to go as far as saying, let's build a fucking wall. Every Mexican is a rapist. Literally. It was... with the gun thing. Have you seen the whole thing about the shooting in, where was this one? This was in, the last
few weeks in Florida.
It was in Florida. Right? His response was to arm every teacher. We need guns in every fucking school. Every teacher needs to have a gun.
Yeah, he goes, if a teacher had a gun, then, you could get to the assailant quicker.
Yeah.
No.
The amount of crap that he talked about this.
And then he said, I could have taken down the killer even without a gun.
He would have run in.
What are you, nuts?
The guy had 6 military deferments for bone spurs. He avoided the draft, but he's talking about how he would have had no problem running in at a guy with an AR fucking automatic rifle, a military-grade weapon, right? But that's the point he's doing. Yeah. He's gone from extreme to extreme. So that way, if you're against him, you can be easily cast aside and you get the bandwagon of mass fucking minds, you know,
he's
approaching you. But that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
We're literally taking extreme sides of everything, man. Like, you want to talk polarity? I don't think we've ever been... like, it goes full circle. Like, it goes fucking full circle. Like, if you go to the 60s and 70s during the civil rights movements and all that sort of shit, and everyone's starting to accept everyone, and homosexuality, people are coming out of the closet, people are identifying and fucking, you know, relating back to minorities and yada yada. If you go back 100 years when everything was completely polarized, and you literally had, if you go even 100 years, go back to the 20s and 30s, and white-only fucking bars and shit, now we've come full circle again, where we're just back at contrasts. But it's the opposite end now, where it's like you're not allowed to say shit, because you might offend someone, so we're all fucking happy families. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, the bottom line is I don't care, you know, castration or not.
Yeah.
Say as you feel, do as you will, because that's ultimately how we're going to change the world. The hope in this is that through the chaos, we're going to see some sort of peace.
You reckon?
Absolutely. That's the pattern of life.
You reckon we'll see it in our generation?
I'm not sure.
I reckon it's getting more crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's going to be a culmination, though, maybe in our generation. There's going to be some kind of shit.
Do you think we'll see the end of it?
I don't know. I think,
I
think, you know, I would hope that we still have enough sanity to notice when shit gets crazy enough, when the shit hits the fan, and we go, hang on a second, what the fuck? And it comes back to fucking just reason and rationality.
We've already seen that. That's the thing. We've already seen that with Trump and his fucking stupid policies.
It will keep repeating.
Right? And people aren't knocking that back. They're embracing it still. They're still letting it slide. Trump should have been impeached like a year ago, the day he got into office, for all his fucking shit that he said. A lot of it, man, is just blatant, like, glaring you in the face, like, you're fucked. He should have been impeached a long time ago, and they're still letting it roll.
Here's where we got to maybe just, you know, you can't beat him, join him. So it's like, what can the opposition do? Like, what can we do?
Yeah.
You can't beat him. Fucking join him.
That's right. And you have to look at a system where someone like Trump can become president. Now, you can't blame that on Trump. Okay, Trump's he's a byproduct. He's a result of a rigged system where you got fucking one candidate who's a fucking war criminal warmonger versus some fucking celebrity apprentice, fucking B-grade celebrity.
Yeah.
Fine.
And the point is, these people have giant egos, right? So it's not even about humanity doing the best for the world, yada yada. Giant egos, and there's these people, again, bottom line, that are conscious, following massive egos to bullshit.
Yeah.
So when I say bottom line, we all have to be conscious. That is the bottom line, and it starts from tiny tots.
It's a nice theory, man. But
yeah, well, look, I think it's a theory that would work.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Years, and I think it takes.
And you're right. And you're right that it starts at the beginning. It starts with childhood, and it starts with parents.
It starts with self.
Yeah, it starts with self.
Okay,
but it starts with like you said, if you're conscious and you're raising your kids or whatever in a way that is, I guess, non-violent or,
allows them to think for themselves, understand their feelings, all of those
things.
Here's
a question, all right, because I'm dealing with this right now, right? If you see friends, relatives, whatever, that are enablers or doing some fucked up shit, would you fucking respond? Or would you let it just slide and just fucking smile just for the sake of keeping the status quo going?
I'm going through this at the moment.
So am I.
And I respond.
Yeah.
Even to the detriment of myself, because the greater good is
Would you
me.
respond? Like, I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
How much of this shit can you fucking let slide?
You don't.
That's my
Because you know the damage that it's going to do to that individual.
And people are too fucking precious to fucking speak up.
So what are we talking about exactly? Are we talking about...
Let's say raising a kid. Yeah, let's say parents raising
spanking.
a kid.
Let's take that for instance.
No. Hang on.
I'll spank.
Right,
I've got a kid.
So we have someone that believes in spanking. Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Dude,
go.
like,
But see,
spanking never
I
hurt
wouldn't
me.
say, neither here nor there. It's like, I'm not a parent yet.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to that level of anger. Actually, I have, but I haven't spanked.
Yeah.
It's not my child. However, I don't know. Would I not? Let's see.
There's a lot of people that...
Does it mean I don't love my child? No. Yeah. Does it mean that I'm a fucking abuser? No. Let's see. Let's put things into perspective, balance. There's a whole lot of fucking grey here.
Well, there's a lot of people that tell me and Ren, on how to raise our son.
Yeah.
Right.
And 5 months old. And they say, oh, you've got to give him this, you've got to give him that. I'll do what the fuck I want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he sleeps with no dummy. He doesn't know what a dummy is.
Yeah.
He puts himself to sleep.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you should cradle him to sleep. No. Because I'm not enabling him.
It's westernised parenting.
Yeah. And when he gets a little bit older, if he does something naughty, I'm going to smack him.
Yeah.
That's just the way.
You're not going to punch him in the face.
No, man, I'm not going to beat the kid up. I'm going to give him a smack and be like, no. And he'll think about it the next time, thinking, man, if I do this, I'm going to cop another one. That didn't feel good.
That's the boundary, man.
And
that's how we were raised.
Do you know what? Westernised parenting, it's sort of like it holds reasoning with a child far greater than the spanking, right? Because you want to teach a child how to be, how to act. This is the philosophy.
Yeah.
However, their emotional maturity is not there yet.
It's a child, man.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, if your first thing is to go hit them every chance you get, yes, that's going to instill
We're talking
something.
kids that are little.
Right.
Little
Right.
cats.
So what I'm saying is it brings it back down to conscious parenting, balance, why you do what you do.
Okay.
All of that sort of stuff.
Question, right? If you see a fucking family member, right, like a cousin or a sibling or whatever, enabling and raising a little runt of a kid, right, and they're doing all this fucked up shit, would you pull them up on it to their faces? If they reacted badly, would you take it once? Let's say it's almost child abuse to the point of what they're doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Right?
no, I'd take it.
Would you take it further?
Yeah.
Because I've been put in these situations before, at least
But
I've
if
seen
it's child
them.
abuse.
Like, to the point, like, I'm talking like anything, man. It could be anything. Could be related to the diet because they're fucked up ideas.
No, I'd pull them up
You know
on
what I
that
mean?
stuff. But
Would you
to
take
go
it
further,
to the authorities?
No, see, to go further,
People are like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, yeah, but
to be honest,
it's wrong. If it was a stranger, you'd fucking do it.
Yeah. Look, if you've got a malnourished child here
Let's
who's
just say,
dying,
let's say that's one thing, right?
Then absolutely,
or like the whole
yes.
vaccine thing, vaccinations.
Yeah. That's still
that's an interesting debate, though.
It's an interesting debate.
It's up for debate. The science isn't out on that.
Yeah,
it's not. But some people rubbish it altogether. It's like, dude, your kid has diabetes, and they don't want to use fucking insulin because it's a.
Yeah.
But that whole immunisation thing just come in the last few years.
Yeah.
Because these hippies.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Again, see what this is doing? Our society is breeding entitlement.
Yeah.
And fear-based thinking.
Yeah. A kid won't go outside now and play because it might get stung by a bee. It might just little things.
Yeah, like dude, if you're in childcare, I hear about this from all the people I know in childcare or like teachers. Yeah. These fucking parents are rolling up and their kids aren't allowed to play in the fucking dirt. They're not allowed to fucking drink water from the tap. They're not allowed to play in the sand.
It's ridiculous.
The kid's allergic to sand. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah. Dude, why is he allergic to things? Because you sheltered him. Bubble boy, man.
Dude,
like
what
bubble
kid
bubble
is
boy.
allergic
I'm
to
sitting
sand?
there, man, I was with my kid the other day. I'm eating peanuts. Why? Because if he has a reaction now, I can rush him off. But he didn't. Get him used to things. Get the kid used to things, man.
Well, that's what's been happening now. They've been.
Ain't gonna raise no bitch, man.
Well,
God damn it.
They've been pretty much like raising kids in quarantine.
Absolutely. You said it.
And that's why they've got so many fucking.
Like beefcake?
Yeah, beefcake. And I look to play the part. And I'm like, how am I going to play this? I look nothing like the guy.
That?
So
I ended
up putting on like, in the end, like about 10 kilos. Yeah, I just ate and hit the gym. And
Actually, sorry, go. You were...
And then did you just drop it? Did you put on fat after that?
It actually came off quickly because I wasn't used to eating that much. So once I started eating the way I usually eat, it just came off.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Now, I nearly used that as the photo for last week's production card.
Which one? The
headshot that you took.
Oh,
you had the ball, the ball, stubble. Yeah.
Yeah.
I nearly used that. I thought, no. I don't know why I didn't. I think I'm saving it for a good.
My agent fucking loved me when I was looking like that. They were like, keep the weight. Yeah. It's like, we want that. It gives you a whole nother look and all this kind of stuff. But it was for me, I don't know, man. I'm not used to being
like artificial.
Another lifestyle, isn't it?
I'm not used to being that heavy. Like, my body wasn't used to it. I wasn't eating.
What did you weigh, like at the peak of it?
Not much, man. I don't weigh a lot, but
say that headshot, right?
I was weighing about maybe 79, 80.
Dude, do you know what I weigh, like now?
What?
87.
Fuck, really? Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. I weighed myself last night, man.
So you're very dense. You got high bone density.
Take my shirt off, dude. Seriously.
Cue the music.
I've always really been light. Like it's just,
but all your brothers are like that as well. Like Jason's fucking like 6'2", but he's like wafy, like looks like Heath Ledger. He does, mate. Especially now.
He looks like
hair.
Sideshow Bob. That's what he looks like.
Especially now, dude, with his hair. Oh yeah, Sideshow Bob with the legs.
Yeah. Sideshow Bob.
Man.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I said to Nick,
his hair, man. He's got to cut it, man.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Nah, it
looks like Weird Al Yankovic.
Kenny.
No, but he's got a nice face. Like he's got.
It's got a nice face.
No, I'm saying his brother's a good-looking kid. He can pull it off. Like
I don't know what he's going for, but something.
What do you mean? Are you serious?
Yeah, no. I'm just not a fan of his hair. That's all.
Nah, man.
I think
I think it's all right. I reckon it goes all right.
If he wore it like Kenny G, then yeah, maybe.
So it needs a little character.
It needs a bit of character. Maybe you could help him.
A stylist.
All right.
No, your brother would never
Shoot
see
him
a
my way.
stylist. Never. He has his own style. I've said it about all his brothers, man. It's like
random.
How many brothers do you have? All your brothers?
No. I'm being honest, man. Like his brothers are characters. Like the three of them, they're all character-driven people.
Well,
Kimon isn't. The Kimon is his own character.
Yeah, no, that's true.
He's very like straight.
He's probably the straightest out of all of us. Yeah,
he's the straightest.
Do they all act?
No, I'm the actor. I'm the actor artist guy.
Yep.
And then Kimon is he's the engineer, but he's also he's not your regular engineer. You know, he's got his own interests in I don't know what he's into.
Wasn't he like yoga at one point and all that sort of shit?
Well, his fiance is Colombian.
Yeah.
So Louise is and she's very kind of into alternative. Anytime the word alternative comes up. I don't know how you describe it, but it's kind of, like bohemian style.
You take the 3 years, you got one end, you got Kim on, then you got you in the middle, then you got Jason on the other end. You know what I mean? Where I said your brother, Jason's like an amalgamation of both of yours, but then he's got the Kramer twist on it, where like everything's
like
aloof as fuck. He's a Kramer.
He's a bit like Kramer.
Is like mannerisms and things?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
He's so fucking out there.
That's a character.
Yeah. I remember when Michael Richards, I was watching an interview with him, and he was saying about the development of Kramer. If you watch the first couple seasons of Seinfeld, he's playing Kramer as being a couple steps behind everyone else, So he's always like this goofy sort of not touching base all the time. And he said as the series progressed, he learnt to play him in the opposite. Play him as if he's like 3 steps ahead of everyone, and no one understands how fucking advanced his ideas are going to be.
Yeah.
That is your brother.
Yeah, okay.
Legit.
A little bit. He still comes up with pretty off-the-wall
That's what I'm saying. They're
Like,
always
there's
off
this one
the wall.
idea that he's come up with. I'm sure he doesn't mind me plugging. It's a plug, really, because he's trying to start a business. Get this, right? It's typical. You could imagine Kramer doing it.
It's a case in point, man.
So get this, right? He's found a place in Nepal of all places or some shit like that where he can get cashmere shawls.
Yeah, he was telling me about this at
That are worth like retail here like $500 or something, and he wants to sell them for like $200 or something like that,
undercutting the big boys.
And he's like, I'm going to be, the
Cashmere King.
I'm going to be Cashmere King, baby. I'm going to sell everyone shawls, and I'm like, who's going to be buying these shawls, bro? Who wears
the shawls? Do you wear shawls?
Yeah, I have.
There you go.
All right,
Chanel number 5
But hang on,
overlays.
Cashmere.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's
where the money is.
I think it's cashmere. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
No, he was
Any
saying
other
it.
shawl, no, he hasn't got a business.
Yeah.
But it's the cashmere
Gotta
part
have
that
the ad
makes it a
man on
business.
TV with the lights. Cashmere King! Cashmere King!
He's going to love this.
Yeah,
by the
man.
way.
Yeah, man. I just see him wearing it like a big... like a hula, these massive things.
He's gotta have like a...
But that's what I'm saying, dude. Every time I'd speak to his brother, like I'd touch base with him at random events, like here and there, and he'd always have some random fucking story as to where he was before he got there and where he was going after. And he'd literally be like, I just got off the bus from Gundagai and I'm going to, Timbuktu tomorrow. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's him.
Okay.
It's something's always in the works as well. He's Kramer. He's literally Kramer.
He's Kramer. Yeah.
Actually,
Your family seems like fun.
oh, they're fucked. No,
We're pretty crazy for a bunch of Greeks. I'd say,
Yeah, because you're not all atypical, man. Like all these,
No.
all this progressive shit that we've been talking the last fucking 2 hours or whatever. You couldn't apply that to every Greek. I'll throw Greeks under the bus before anyone else. They're fucking meatheads.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're definitely different from most Greeks. I think.
Would you lump us all, or would you lump us 3 as typical Greeks in Melbourne? I'm not talking about like the way we
No.
carry ourselves. I'm just saying, like our opinions of what
no.
you know about us so
No,
far.
but having said that, I don't know many Greeks.
How can you not know many Greeks? You live in Clayton.
I lived, but I didn't know you.
Okay, but surely you knew other Greeks.
Just one, and he was my first boyfriend. And God, he was a fucking Greek.
Having said that, man, Italians are a lot of.
Oh, believe me, I'm the first to say.
Thank you. Confirmed here for the first time ever.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, believe me.
Believe me.
We've been scarred to death by Italians.
Believe me.
Oh, they're fucked.
But it's funny about the Greeks in Melbourne. Like a lot of. Are we like the biggest community outside
After Athens, Thessaloniki, then us, and then
it's
Patra.
Melbourne.
So it's like Greek city,
Really?
capital Greek city, Melbourne, and then city in
Oh.
Wow. And
Yeah.
what about New York? No.
not more.
We went there. We went to Astoria.
Astoria is like
Yeah.
Oakley.
We actually went and ate there. It was
Really?
actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go there when I was there.
Oh,
should've.
dude.
You
We got
should've.
off the subway, and like we walked into
The first little kiosk bodega.
yeah,
thing,
we wanted
right?
Chewy or something.
Yeah,
What did
Chewy
we-
Smokes and something.
Yeah.
We were meeting mates there, and it was just
Greek
Oakley, like the
newspaper.
Greek newspaper. And the Greek
I'm like,
music was playing.
we're home,
no.
man.
Yeah.
But the Greeks are different. They're different. Like Melbourne Greeks. To be honest, I don't know if we have the best reputation amongst other Greeks.
Dude, half the Melbourne Greeks here haven't been to Greece. And they
Yeah.
play like they're the fucking soul of Greece. Mate, they ain't nothing,
Yeah,
man.
That's right. And I've heard that criticism many times from Greeks from Greece who come here and they say, we don't like to go. This is not. I'm not bagging out Oakley, but like they've said to me, we don't like to go to Oakley because we just don't feel like we connect.
No, because it's all fucking fake, man. Dude, it's like Lygon,
And
yeah?
dated, maybe.
Dude, you go to Lygon Street?
No, I don't.
I fucking hate Lygon.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I don't.
It's so pretentious. And, dude, the meals are shit. I've never had a positive dining experience in Lygon.
It's actually quite cheap.
It is cheap.
It's good
For what it
in that
is.
sense.
For what it is, it's cheap. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't drive from the southeast to Carlton just to have it. Like, fuck that.
I don't actually find it quite Italian anyway.
It isn't.
Like, it's just...
No, there's more Arabic joints there now than anything else.
Back in the 80s and 70s and shit, it might have been
when the
like
first fucking settlers got here off the boat, but not now, man.
No, that's lost its identity.
Look, I think in Melbourne, Greeks and Italians have become we're like part of the furniture now. We're not, I don't think we're the wogs anymore. And like, we like to call ourselves wogs. But when you really know what that word means or what it meant, we're not the wogs anymore, man.
Nah, man.
The focus has shifted to like the Arabs.
Yeah,
Arabs or the Africans.
And the Africans.
Yeah, that's where it's shifted now.
Yeah.
So it's,
it's we are part of the culture here. We're part of when people think of Melbourne and this and that, they think of European restaurants. They think of coffee culture. Where do you think all this comes from?
Everyone adopted that now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but where do you think that comes from?
Dude,
it comes from the immigrant community.
Yeah.
It comes from Greeks. It comes from Italians. It comes from this kind of thing. It's like with the Lebanese in Sydney.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You were
going to ask him, you were saying something before, you were going to ask him before I cut you off again?
Yeah. You were talking about, sheep and us being a little different in our views. And I was going to ask you, Tits.
I like that she calls me Tits.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, by the way. It's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I wasn't asking.
What's your nickname, by the way?
Can I tell you, I don't usually get nicknamed now. But back in the day, it was
Borealis.
Southern. I get called Southern.
Southern?
Like the Southern Aurora.
Yeah.
It was a train and,
Cool.
What about the Aurora, the lights?
Borealis and stuff.
Yeah. Train wreck or because you crashed through people? I'm confused.
No. It was the name of a train.
Is it actually, but has an Italian origin or not?
Aurora?
Yeah.
It actually has a Spanish one, if you go way back.
Okay.
But I was named after my grandmother.
All right.
Yeah. So
I've got her in my phone as taboo. It's been that since literally 2011.
Why is it taboo? What?
Because half the discussions we have are just taboo.
Taboo.
No, as in that's the thing. That's what pisses me.
So hang on a second.
Again,
that
pisses you off.
Are you part Spanish or is that
no?
Okay.
No.
It's a fraud.
I'm fully Italian.
Okay.
And what part of Italy is your family from?
Oh, no. My mum's Sicilian and my dad's from a little town called Teora.
Oh, it's all over, man.
Teora.
What a Sicilian onto this thing.
Where's Teora?
Teora's like in the countryside near Pescara.
Romans
I don't even know.
Cheap Greeks, like, let's just be honest.
No idea.
Obviously.
Me neither. Anyway, what was I saying?
I was saying, hang on, wait a second. Wait. Hang on. You had a question to ask about sheep. I was explaining why you were taboo. I said because you say more devious shit than I do, but it's masked with your Chanel No. 5, and no one fucking even thinks about it. I cop the flack, like, hey, whoa, cool it. But this one is fucking worse than I am. That's why she's been tabooed.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're talking about sheep or people being sheep.
Yeah, no,
sheep
I was saying
Chanel No. 5. I can't.
You being an actor and surrounded by quite, I guess you would say open-minded individuals or people that aren't afraid to delve within themselves to create a character or something that they might want to understand. Do you find that that industry is a lot more open-minded than, reality or, the normal day-to-day people that we face?
Yeah, no, I think I understand.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying. Yes, I would say
is it just more riddled with ego?
I'll be honest. I understand what you're asking him, and I have an opinion on it, and it's probably going to be different because I was involved in the same industry, but from a different perspective. So I want to hear his answer first.
I would say so. I agree. It depends on how you talk about open-mindedness. I would
Correct.
say. Yeah.
So it's quite grey, isn't it?
It is. So I think there's a tendency for if we're gonna,
let's not get you in trouble here. I'm just saying.
There's that line again, man.
That's that line. Like,
open-minded. Yeah. Look, culturally, socially, I would say, it leans to being. And politically, I would say it leans to being progressive. It leans to being to the left. People are very, open-minded in that respect. You know what I mean? And because part of it is, your job is to understand a character.
Correct.
So you got to put yourself in another person's shoes.
Yeah.
So the very act of that, it's an empathetic act.
Yeah.
You see? So it translates into people, They're
having to delve within those.
It translates, when you translate it into the political sphere, it translates into a more progressive, left-leaning perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, are there egos?
Correct.
There's some of the biggest egos you'll ever see.
And the Australian acting community, is really small, isn't it? Everybody knows everybody.
Sure. Yes.
Like you can't almost escape.
Yeah, it is. It's quite it's a little community. And the thing is, it's different. I mean, it's very small in terms of the actors that are working professionally. And there's been a lot of debate about. There's been a lot of people have been up in arms a little bit about it because they tend to use the same actors over and over again, and that's been the complaint.
Yeah, no shit.
Not enough actors can get in, and that's why so many people leave and go overseas. They go to LA. They go to America because there's just not enough. Our industry is just not big enough.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that answers your question.
So it's yes, and there's a lot of egos.
The egos can be quite huge.
I'm just saying because it's a small industry, there's a lot of
competition. Yeah.
Therefore, ego.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So does that sort of? I guess that sort of shits all over the craft in some respects. The open-mindedness, the creativity of it all.
Well, you need to. This is the thing. I mean, it depends on how. It's a paradox. You know what I mean? Because you got act. You got this whole thing about just because you might have say you have the ability to. It does sound contradictory because you're required to empathize. You're required to put yourself in another person's shoes, but at the same time, you got to think that you're the shit.
Yeah.
In terms of you being able to pull that off.
Yeah.
And you backing yourself over, that person and that actor and that actor and that actor. So you got to back yourself. And there's some people.
This is where I'd struggle.
Yeah, and there's some actors that really. Some actors that kind of buy into their own hype a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. And that's where it can become problematic is when, you got an actor who's, a diva and, they're trying to, and that's the whole debate as well about method acting or people that take method to another, to this unnecessary place where they're like, say, they're acting like an arsehole on set or whatever, but they're in character. They're trying to get into the character. So let's excuse their behavior right now because they're being arseholes. But
I watched that doco on Jim Carrey.
They're doing it for they're doing it for the character. So it's something that you can debate.
Yeah,
dude. I'll be honest.
It's an interesting avenue
because I'm coming from the other element, right? As a producer, as opposed to an actor in the whole thing, right? So I see it from another fucking point. You, right now, what you're describing as far as the craft and blah, 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 and the intentions and why people even get into acting, right? You got to look at that. Dude, most people are completely deluded as to what the fuck they're doing. They're only in acting on a superficial fucking level. And they think they've got to think, you're idealistic right now. And because I know who you are, you're actually an artist. You're actually an actor for the sake of, as in the true form of it, right? As a producer, I've had to cast fucking 100,000 people in different shit, whether it was music videos, commercials, blah, 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 short films. You want to see ego on the smallest fucking scale. Like, dude, you're in a trailer in Ballarat. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, who are you, man? Like, seriously. Just dance, man. Like, we're all here to fucking do what we have to do. Right?
Just dance.
No, I'm serious. Like, literally, do your fucking job, okay? And then, at the same time, it's about the whole, acting versus reward thing, right? Like, we were talking last week about you taking ads as opposed to doing theatre and blah, blah, blah. I've seen you in more plays than I've seen you in TV commercials. And that says something. Like, do you know what I mean? That's
where his artistry comes from.
Yeah.
He does stage.
Yeah.
Dude, when I went to VCA and did the voiceover
stage doesn't necessarily pay.
Dude, the voiceover shit at VCA, I was looking at my class, half of them had never fucking done a voiceover. But they thought that it'd be a cool way to make money because, all you have to do is speak into a microphone. And then we all start doing character voices and there were theatre fucking students in that class that were doing really concise voiceovers, and they couldn't get their heads around it. I'm like, well, what do you think you were going to be doing? Okay, what, you think you just roll up and just, yeah, hi, fucking blah, 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 and that's enough to sell it, right? Then there's the whole thing about, like, the money versus reward thing and the whole intention, yeah? I had a woman, I don't know if I've ever explained this story on this podcast, I had a woman that was a friend of my mum's call me up years ago. I'd moved in, I was in my place because I started setting up my studio, and she called me up saying that she knew a girl on the other side of town who wanted to get into singing, and she wanted to get a demo and all that sort of shit. She said, well, what's the best way to go about it? And I said, well, I don't know. So I had a conversation with her. She came around and we started chatting about it, yeah? And she's telling me about this girl and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just giving her the ins and outs of the industry, getting the demo booked and getting this and that, and where she could try and pitch it. I go, look, I'm not a professional. I go, I'm just trying to help you from the ground up. Anyway, and then I explained to her the whole process of, like, recording, and then she even came to the studio. I showed her, like, you know, the equipment, and it goes from here to there, literally from the ground up, yeah? And then she's like, you should hook up with this girl, you know, and start producing some shit for her. I said, like, to be honest, I go, I've got no time to do my own shit, let alone deal with the girl on the other side of town who was like 17. You know, I go, the fuck would I touch base with this girl? I go, in these situations, you need to build a relationship with these people. I go, and be around each other and inspire each other and connect so you can actually hit that level of creativity. And then she's just looking at me like strange. She's, yeah, but you know, you're both talented, you could do this. I go, dude, I was like 28 or whatever. I'm done, man. I go, I haven't got time to chase this sort of shit around. I haven't got the energy. I haven't got the resources. She says, well, what do you mean? I go, this shit takes time, man. I go, it costs money. I go, she got money? I go, I don't touch anything without money anymore. I go, I'm over it. I go, I don't have any passion projects to, you know, pull together for people. She goes, well, you know, why? Blah, blah, blah. And then I explained it to her, and she goes, well, why would anyone get into this industry? You know, if the strike rate is so high. I go, how many people don't fucking make it? And I said, why? I go, you asked me why people claim to be music producers or film producers or whatever? She says, yeah, like, why do people do it if it's that hard and that fucking thing? I go, well, there's a couple of reasons. A, they really enjoy their craft and they're artists and they want to make shit. That's why you see buskers on the street playing for peanuts, or actors in theatre houses fucking doing Romeo and Juliet from the ground up. B, they think they're going to make $1 million because they watch Idol or some of these fucking shows and think they can do better than that. And they're the DJ that decides...
Does more harm than good.
Yeah.
Those shows.
He's a fucking DJ. Now he's going to be the world's best producer as well. You play other people's music. Doesn't mean you can't compose something of your own, right? Or C, they think they're going to get laid. She goes, what do you mean? I go, dude, they think they're going to pick up some girl that's fucking dying to, like, you know, make a song, and they harbour this relationship, and then they fucking foster these bullshit relationships because they're getting close to someone, in the end jamming them when they least expect it. I go, I'm not for any of that shit, man. Like, I know I'm not going to make money off this. I've got my own art to fucking worry about, and I've got no problem pulling ass where I need to fucking harbour some other fucking insecure, fragile mind that's trying to reach out. I'm done.
That plays into the whole Me Too thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full circle with this shit, man.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, look, we can talk about this for ages.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But yeah, I mean...
Have you ever thought about going overseas to do...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was overseas when he came back for Underbelly.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Yeah. Well, I had originally left to go on a Euro trip, and then 3 weeks into the trip, they tell me I got this part, so I've got to fly back.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I remember.
It was bittersweet.
Yeah.
It was bittersweet.
Back. What? I still remember that phone call.
Yeah, I'd been planning this trip for years and all this kind of stuff, and it finally happened, and then my agent calls me, he's like, you got to get your ass back to Melbourne. I'm like...
How long were you meant to go for?
Like at least 2 months.
Oh, God, 3 weeks later.
It would have been like a 3-month trip, and I was like, man, out of all the times. But they say that now. They say if you want to book a gig, book a holiday. Yeah, it's that's an old adage in the industry. So because it's kind of like you don't care, like go and into an audition. You got to have a sense of like not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
So you got to give your work. You got to put it out there, but it's like whether you get it or not, you got nothing riding on it. So just like whatever.
That's that sort of law of attraction type of stuff. You know, if your intention is actually like I don't care, you're not relying on it. You're actually going to draw it more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's more a love based than a fear based.
Someone said to me the other night that God has great plans for me. I was venting about some shit. Something about human interaction or character or something. I can't remember. I was venting, and they said, God has greater plans for you. I just laughed. I went, are you fucking for real? And that's the
You
thing.
should have just asked them to explain it.
No, this is what I said. They quickly ended the conversation, but I'll tell you exactly what I said in response to that. All right, and it really fucking annoyed me because people can take fucking comfort in that blind faith sort of shit. I'm not going to ask. We're not going to start debating religion right now. We are fucking well past that level of energy right now. We can do it another time. But my answer, huh?
It's a good topic.
Yeah, it's a great topic, and it fucking takes up too much time. I literally got I got that message, and I'm just like, this is fucked. And I said, I'm not interested. I go, I'm 33. Most people's plans are well underway, like around me. I go, he can keep his kiss chasey shit. I go, I've got bills to pay, quite frankly. And I go, and if nothing of what I've ever wanted and worked for hasn't worked to this point because God, has a bigger plan for me, I go, it means ignoring anything I've actually wanted and anything I've actually sacrificed literally life and limb for to achieve. So that means he's clearly isn't listening to my shit, or he doesn't care because he's got his bigger plan. So he's happy to put me through the fucking run just to fuck myself over with anything I actually want and do what he has planned for me. Okay, but that's not hard to put in a question. Okay, look at the few billions that go hungry, unanswered, and unfulfilled every fucking day. Okay, this is too fucking easy. I love talking to devout people like that, man, when you bring logic and shit like that. But let's not open that up right now because that's another fucking discussion.
Seriously. Happy to have that discussion.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm saying I think we should probably wrap it because I'm fucking exhausted and I need to start
a nap.
editing.
Nap until the next one.
Seriously, she will.
I need to go to work, but I need a nap.
That's the difference.
I need to walk to work.
She would actually nap. She would actually nap.
On a hammock.
Yeah, man.
And a pina colada.
I'm sweating in my car on the freeway. She's just
Aircon's busted. Fucking.
She's in a nap. She's hammock in the back with a drink and a big sun hat over her
Feel
face.
the ocean breeze.
Yeah, man.
What is wrong with you people?
That's it.
Don't worry, I was copying this last week.
Yeah, thanks. I feel privileged then.
I know both of you. Fuck off. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's wrap it. Thank you all. As always, please like, share, follow, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.
Thanks for the trip, dude.
Oh, my God. I better not pick you up next week, seriously. I like the fact that he's going to have to get the coffees. You offered.
Yeah.
And you know what? You got
And
that
stamps.
You got that stamp thing. Should we leave the stamp thing here?
Yes.
Yeah, leave it here.
Yeah, you know what?
If you get 2 more coffees, you get the 3rd one for free.
You know what's funny is I'm going to walk in with that next week and they're going to look at me like, where the fuck did you pull this card from?
I found it on the ground.
I literally had to rob some motherfucker.
I didn't take his cash, I took his coffee card.
I took his coffee card.
We don't remember you. Get out.
Man, go on there. That's it, man. They call out Sumo from the back to kill me for a coffee. That's my fucking life, dude. I'm not even joking. If you want to talk about God's plan, gave you my free coffee.
God has smoten you.
Yes, over a
For
fucking
eternity.
cafe. Over a cafe, I'm going to be fucking, what's the word, bitter about this for the next week because you're
He's going to be sitting there on his couch, blinds closed, mulling over it.
I'm going to call Tits for a coffee. No, fuck him. He can get his own coffee. All right, anyway, cool. Let's just wrap this up. Thank you all. And,
Thank you.
yeah, I don't know, call it.
Took leverage.